morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing a special project. We've got a company coming out that's going to take care of our windows. So you can see here, I mean, it's obviously pretty early, but all of these windows are pretty far gone. They're etched. These are double pane windows, and the seals on them are original, I'm assuming, from 16 years ago. So they're very bad. And we've got a company that's coming out. This is the only window that was replaced when we moved in, and this one's only single pane, but you can see it's much cleaner than the one next to it. So every single one of these windows is going to get pulled today, and they're going to completely tear them apart, clean them, reseal them, put them all back together, and reinstall them. We'll talk a little bit about the price near the end of the video, but figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride and capture some video of these guys doing their work, maybe ask some questions about what they're doing and how they're doing it. So another thing I want to mention is that you might be wondering, well, if they're going to pull the windows, it's going to get pretty hot in here, which, yes, normally that would be true. They're supposedly only doing one window at a time, but just in case, we actually have this custom-made Reflectix that Julia and I put together this morning, and it's basically large enough to cover this entire span and then some. It goes all the way to the corner and then past, and then all the way up and all the way down. That's the largest span of any of the windows in here. So we're just going to take that, and as they're working on the windows, we're just going to tape that off to seal it so that the majority of the air conditioning and stuff stays in here, so it stays pretty comfortable. So don't worry, we got it covered. Just in case any of you are curious, our cats are actually locked up in the bedroom right now. Julia is in there with them, since we have a really nice physical door to separate the space, and there's a dedicated Furrion in there. There's only 2 windows in there, and they're going to do those last. So we've got the cats in there with their food and their water and their cat box, and then she's in there to keep them company. So they're going to go through and do all these windows, and then when they're done with this, we'll bring the cats out here and then close off that space so that they can do what they need to do in there. And as always, here's the supervisor wanting to know what's going on. Yeah. He's got to know what's going on in his space, so just got to keep him happy. Once the people show up, he'll forget all about what's going on in here, and then he will be hiding in his little nook over there in the corner. Well, guys, they are here. Florida RV Glass Repair. There's their number. There's getting things set up right now. And we'll get some spots once they start pulling some windows. Time to start the fun. So yeah, I'll get that part on camera just so we know. So you guys run. So you guys said you run Florida,
all Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. We travel.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll let the work pile up in the other states.
Yeah.
And then we'll go out and we'll service
Go out
the
and
people.
do a bunch of them. Yeah, because it doesn't make much sense to drive all the way out there.
I
Just
mean,
for one.
we do the side glass, we do the windshields, all of it. So
Awesome.
Custom cuts, windshield reseals.
Nice. So you guys got to basically cut the rivets out.
So we drill the rivets out so that this window will pop out like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can take this off like that, bring this back in.
And then you guys basically have to pull the whole frame so you can disassemble everything?
Eventually, yes. We pull these flap outs first,
so
that we have somewhere to hold on to when I pull this whole thing out.
Makes sense because it's probably heavy.
It is. And it's glass, so it's really fragile.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to break it because that would not be good. So that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen this. You know, most of the videos you see out there on YouTube, they just kind of like, oh yeah, we called so and so, and you know, a lot of them, you know, oh, there's DIY if you want to do it yourself, and I'm like, don't do. It just doesn't look like a good idea. Or even customers that are like, they'll reach out to you.
do-it-yourself is never a great option.
Yeah, yeah.
Never a great option.
I mean, it's one of those jack of all
I
trades, master of none.
Recommend it.
Yeah. Well, I know I was talking to Eddie, and he was like, well, yeah, you know, he's like, we've had people call us and ask about, you know, buying our products, you know, after you get a quote out to them, and then they're like, well, can I just buy the product and do it myself? And it's like, no, because we don't want the liability of the warranty. It's like us, you know.
Right.
Could they buy the roof material? Yeah, you know, if they want a forever roof on their roof, but I'm not gonna sell it to them, and unless it's just like a, hey, you're on your own, you know, it's manufacturer warranty. We're not warrantying anything because you're just buying the material. So, you know, it's a good idea. Yeah, fun stuff. So I'll ask you another weird question while you're unscrewing stuff. So, typically with these, I mean, what's the biggest fail point on these? You know, obviously I've seen, you know, on a lot of these, it looks like the little seal between them fails, and it allows moisture to come in.
That's the breaking point, and it all comes down to altitude and longitude. Mm-hmm. You're going into high altitudes and into low altitudes, and your window is flexing.
Yeah.
The seal in here is not designed to flex. So the seal that we're going to put in, though, it is designed to flex, and will flex with the window.
Yeah.
Now, you know, its seal is not perfect, just like any normal human. Sometimes the seal doesn't work, and we come back and we warranty it.
Yeah.
You know.
What is your guys' warranty on your stuff?
That is a question for the boss man outside.
The boss man? I think I talked to him, and I think he said it was something like a 1 year on labor type of deal. Which, I mean, the good thing for us, you know, in our particular situation, this is our home. We don't travel with this. We don't even have a vehicle that can pull this. So.
And another thing that doesn't help your windows is the heat with your shades down.
Yeah.
That's trapping hot air, and all you're doing is just destroying your seals.
Yeah, and you see, you know, a lot of people that put reflectix in their windows and stuff.
Yep.
We do it in our work van because it's just glass. We don't have any, we don't have anything in there. So other than our solar system, so we're trying to keep the heat from beating that solar battery to death in the work van. So.
Right.
But in here, we just use regular old blackout curtains so that it can breathe. You know, it'll still vent. If we don't want the light in, we don't want the light in, but it still has gaps around the sides so that stuff can get through. You know.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that makes sense. You know, you don't want to basically turn your window space into an oven. Yeah, you don't want to live in an oven, so that's why you put up the reflectix. Unfortunately, there's a trade-off, right?
Well, and, you know, there's ways around it though. You know, you could put that shade down and just crack your window.
Yeah.
You know, then you
let the heat out that way. Yeah.
Let the heat right back out. You know.
Now, what about like those UV, like the UV films that they put on the outside of these windows and stuff? Does anything like that help?
I can't say. You know, I have my own personal opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Cracking the windows probably it's free.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and I can't guarantee somebody else's materials. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
At the end of the day, that's why I say, like, for instance, the seal. It's not a perfect seal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we do warranty the seal. We stand behind it.
Yeah.
Because we use it, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and I mean, the technology's changed a lot. I mean, this rig is 16 years old, so what they were using 16 years ago and what they've developed now, totally different. It's roof systems, power systems. I mean, all the lights in this thing were the old 120 or old school 12 volt with halogen bulbs. And now they have LED, you know, so way less power usage, and they don't get all hot. So yeah, but it's good information for people to know what they can and can't do on these things. It's like, we're certified RV techs, and even I'm not crazy enough to even try this. I'm like, no, it's a specialty. And as you can see, they've already pulled the first window. They're in there breaking it down. I would show you that process, but they keep it climate controlled in there to keep the humidity and everything out, so I don't want to get in their way while they're trying to do what they're doing, because I don't want my windows all foggy. But yeah, they're basically breaking these down. They said they'd actually be done with this by noon. and it is currently 8:20 in the morning. So they're not planning on dragging any anchors. They're doing 15 windows in here. Well, 14 because that one's already done. But yeah, 14 windows in a few hours. But yeah, he's going in and drilling out the rivets that hold these. These are the guys that you use to open up the awning style windows. And they drill those out and prep them, and he'll pop rivet those guys again when they're done so that they can take these out. But yeah, he's gone around and prepping all the ones that have it. Most of them, he's working his way around. He's got one here and one there. That way he can just come in and unscrew the frame and just pop the window right out. So that's crazy. Just spying on you. It's just crazy how fast you guys tear through this stuff.
Well, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, that's true. Time is money, all that good stuff too.
This beautiful smell I got over here.
We've already got the first one done, guys. All put that together already. Nice. First window going back in, folks. My Reflectix didn't work.
Pull it out. Look for it. Like this one, you take it down over there. This one is straight shot.
Just a little update. It is now 10:08 and this window is already done. The top of this window is already done, and you can see how clear that is. Bottom has those are still curing. This one they didn't have to do. This one they just put in there. They'll take care of cleaning everything once it's all installed. But even still, you can see how much clearer that is versus over there, which was the same way. This guy's removed. All three of these guys are removed and being worked on and curing. This one just got pulled right here over in my little corner. So really they have this window to pull and redo, and the one in the kitchen to pull and redo, and then they have the hallway and the bathroom, and then they'll be ready to do the last two windows. So they weren't kidding when they said about noon. They're going through this pretty quick, so, and it looks excellent. And they are still double pane, so it's been put back as double pane, not single pane, which is excellent. Things are coming together. So we got, still waiting on these because they had to be completely rebuilt with new glass. They're almost ready. This guy's done. This guy's got his glass in. They're riveted back in. This guy's in. That guy's back in and riveted. This guy's back in and riveted. This one and these two just went in to get redone. Actually, I think that one's getting ready to come back, or this side one's getting ready to come back. And it looks like he's in the process of pulling this this one out right now. He just took off the one piece that opens up on the awning, and then he'll pull this out. These are next up on the docket to get cracked. and get a segment of them doing that, cracking the nut on these. Putting you guys on YouTube. So. I figure we have 2 channels, so we promote this as much as we can on the stuff that we don't do for our RV repair stuff. It's like,
I'm sure you already told you that you take some of your cards or something. Did you tell you that? Take some
no, but
cards.
yeah, we can give you some.
Yeah, we're always having people ask about mobile repair and stuff like that. So
Yeah, we're kind of limited with what we do. We specialize in the pretty much anything on the roof.
okay,
So we don't replace roofs, but we do like the full-on 20-year roof coatings. They don't want to do a full roof coverage. They just want to do like their vents and stuff. We can strip all that, redo that, do the seals. We do the exterior body replacement sealant.
nice.
And then, we do AC service work and things like that, vent replacements. So, I mean, pretty much everything we do, we've done to this.
Okay.
So